Shohei Ohtani might be in need of some new tires. He drives from Anaheim just up the freeway to Los Angeles. I know they said the Los Angeles Angels, but you know what? That's really in Anaheim. Anybody who lives out here can tell you that. It's a long trip between LA and Anaheim, but Shohei Ohtani will make it, and he apparently did not make any other ones. The whole Toronto thing, nope. Giants, nope. And Yankees, nope. Dodgers, yes, to the tune of 10 years, $700 million. I mean, Lord have mercy. That's, VJ, that breaks down to $70 million a year. Yeah. You know what I can do with $70 million a year? I know this thing. You jokers would never hear from me again. I'd go buy a private island and put my feet up. But Shohei Ohtani's going to do that while pitching for the Dodgers. We got the Heisman Trophy announcement on the way. The NBA in-season tournament will wrap up at some point throughout this show. We're all over it. Martin and VJ right here. VJ, how you doing, my friend?
Doing outstanding, brother. I'm not doing as good as Shohei Ohtani. That's for damn sure.
Listen, there's literally nobody on the planet doing as good as him.
Oh, my God. You talk about a private island. Dog, I'm buying a country. Damn, an island. You could do that with $10 million. $700 million? I need a country called Vanilla Land. Straight up, bro. It's Vanilla Land. All pregnant women eat for free. Yes, we feed the incoming children of the world. I'm telling y'all, man. LeBron James fans, not welcomed. You can't come. You got to go. You're not allowed in Vanilla Land. I'm buying a country, man. But, I mean, I'm doing great. But like I said, I'm not doing as well as Shohei Ohtani. This deal is crazy, even though I threw out there $750. If I was the Angels, I'd lay $750 on and tell them to say no. The Dodgers were like, well, we'll lay $700 on the table for him. So there it is.
Yeah, this would – I mean – you want to talk about mismanagement from the Los Angeles Angels? I think that's apparent. Like,
you've been on record with that since they didn't trade him.
Well, it's just like, here's the deal, VJ. If you know that your car is going to explode at a certain day and time, you can sell it before then for $5, $10. You want to get more, as much as you can, right?
$100, yeah.
But $5 is more than nothing, right? And that's what the Angels are getting back.
Is there a reason you use the car exploding analogy, Martin?
It comes close. It hits close to home.
Yeah.
It hits close to home.
You beat me to it, Brandon. I was gonna say that too. But
I had to pay $200 for after my car exploded to sell it essentially to the tow yard. I was like, you sell it? So that's what the Angels had to do. They ended up not getting anything back for Shohei Ohtani. Dodgers, $700 million out of there. Now, according to Jeff Passan, who Brandon just sent me his passing. Sorry, my fault. Hand up, my bad, Jeff. According to Jeff Passan, the money is deferred, which means, I'm quoting from his X account, when money in a contract is deferred, the competitive balance tax number, the luxury tax, is discounted. With the source saying the majority of Ohtani's contract is deferred, the discount could be significant. Typically, the number is the average annual value of the deal, in this case $70 million. But depending on the size and length of deferrals, Ohtani's competitive balance tax number is likelier to wind up in the $40-50 million a year range, which is an enormous benefit for the Dodgers. You know what? All we're doing is talking about how much money. You know what I'm saying? It's just how much, but it's not. None of it is a small amount.
No, none of it's a small amount. And they freed up $70 million coming off their books from some older players. You knew they would address pitching. Shohei's not going to pitch until 2025. He's definitely not going to pitch next year, but they still think he can get to the plate and do what he does, which is, probably the best in the league. If you want to just be honest and not be a fan of any one certain team, you're just watching baseball across the board. The guy, in my opinion, he's the best hitter in baseball right now. So you do this, but it felt, I'm going to throw this at you and I'm going to just see how it bounces off of you. I don't mind the deal. And I think a lot of people had him going to the Dodgers. He already lives here. He wants to win. They have, if you put on paper, the best roster in baseball. Would you agree there? At least lineup-wise, right? At least lineup-wise, probably the best lineup in baseball.
You're in hitters for sure.
Okay, so if you throw him in there, okay, boom. But this felt like desperation to me because I thought Dave Roberts was gone and so did a lot of other people, but they didn't fire him. But I think this feels like and says, okay, here you go now. We're giving you the league's best player. 2-time, 3-time MVP, AL MVP winner. We're giving you the league's best player. This has to cash in as a World Series championship. This can't go no other way. And I'm not talking 4 or 5 years from now. Yeah, and I'm not talking, Brandon, I'm not talking 4 or 5 years from now. I'm talking like, in my opinion, They better cash this in within the next year or two right away, or Roberts is gone. Because you now have the best lineup. They're still going to probably address some pitching also, too. But it felt like, okay, we got to go make a major, huge swing because he's not going to pitch next year. And we don't know what he'll look like as a pitcher in 2025. $70 million a year is, as the Sager just told us coming in, the largest contract in American sports history. It felt like, okay, we need to make a desperation swing. And I'm not saying desperation like it's a bad thing, Martin, but desperation as, okay, last straw for a lot of people that's with the Dodgers organization right now.
Well,
that's what it felt like to me.
And as Steve DeSager said, you said American, not much like this show, internationally.
Yeah.
Internationally. This is the biggest.
I see what you did.
This is the biggest contract in the world.
Oh, it exceeds all the soccer guys? Oh, wow. Okay, I knew American. So worldly. Okay.
In the world.
Ooh.
Shohei Ohtani is now the highest paid athlete in the world.
Jeez.
$70 million a year. A year.
A year.
Like, God, I mean, that's just an insane number. You know what Mike Trout's making, for example? His contract, $426.5 million.
Man.
Shohei Ohtani, $700 million.
$700 million.
Almost double.
Even in Cali with the taxes here, that's still bread.
You know Mookie Betts, what he's making?
What he's making?
$365. Shohei Ohtani, $7 million.
$700.
Or 700. I'm sorry, 700.
Yeah, I got you.
But Aaron Judge, $360. Shohei, $700. Like, whoo,
man.
And people thought that Anaheim could really keep him.
And Martin, you ever had a $35 Dodger dog before?
You know, look.
You better get ready for maybe not that high, but they got to pay this contract some way, somehow, man. But what do you think this does for the Dodgers? Let's go there. Come on.
Well, I think your point of desperation, I don't necessarily go there, but I do know this. The clock is now ticking.
Okay.
Like the clock was ticking prior with this payroll, but now there's nowhere to go besides, like, there's too much money involved. Somebody is going to be the sacrificial lamb.
For it to not be a parade.
Yeah, for it not to be a parade.
There's got to be a parade here, Brandon.
Well, their top three is going to be Betts, Freeman, and Otani, who are all former MVP winners. And by the way, this year, Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman finished second and third, respectively, in NL MVP voting.
So then you essentially have the three best players in baseball. If we just want to honestly throw that, three of the top five, right? This is the Heatles, right? This feels like LeBron, Wade, and Bosh, correct? This feels like
pretty much
big ticket. Jesus Shuttlesworth, Ray Allen for you non. He got game fans out there. Spike Lee, Denzel Washington, and Paul Pierce. This feels like that. They gotta win it. Man, they might gotta win it this year. But you gotta go get them.
Yeah, I mean. And but again, also with him not pitching, but anyway, the pressure is now on because with a deal like this, I mean, he's making double what Mookie Betts makes. Mm-hmm. With a deal like this, the pressure is on both on Shohei Ohtani and on the Dodgers. Shohei to deliver because they don't give a Dodgers fans here don't give a damn about what you did in Anaheim.
No, at all.
It's irrelevant to the subject. Only thing that matters is how we paid this much to get you here.
Yep.
And I say we. I'm speaking on behalf of the Dodger fan. I am not particularly, dyed in the wool true blue.
But we are Los Angelinos because we live here, so we have to eat, live, and die and sleep with Dodger talk here and Dodger fans.
It is the biggest team in the city.
Exactly. So this is kind of we. This is all of us involved here because it would be exciting if the city did win a championship. I haven't seen a parade since I've been here, so that would be something to see living in Los Angeles. I'm far from a Dodger fan. I go to the games. Martin, I know you've been to the games. They're fun. Chavez Ravine is a legendary park. You go. They don't have a video screen there, so you have to actually watch the damn game. You can't look up at a screen. They don't put the plays or the live feed on the screen. So it's one of those old school ballparks. And for them to win a championship, it's been since '88. I mean, this is the time. You talk about the clock ticking. I thought the clock was ticking 3 years ago with the first round loss to the Nationals. And then it went on from there and went on from there. And then to get swept by the D-backs like that, you make a move like this, in my opinion, this has got to turn into a World Series championship. If not in 24, it better in 25. But if it doesn't in 24.
Well, let me be clear. I think it will.
Okay.
Let me be clear.
Okay.
I think it will turn into a World Series championship. Especially the only thing that really holds me back is Ohtani not pitching right now.
Okay.
I think if you added Ohtani, just strictly Ohtani the pitcher, prior to being hurt this season,
I would
right?
probably pick them to win it. I would.
You
I would
just
probably
added
pick them. Yeah.
the Ohtani from the first
yeah.
half of the year on the mound.
Yeah.
To the Dodgers lineup, to the Dodgers pitching rotation. I think. Well, you're not. I'll put it. You ain't getting swept by no Arizona.
No. Well, you're winning it, and I would have picked them to win it. But that's the holdback I have is he's not pitching this year, so they still have some pitching to address, which I think they will. They've been a smart franchise. They haven't made blunder, stupid moves. But to your point about not caring about what you did in Anaheim, if you don't believe what my partner is saying, when Mookie got here, they didn't care about what he did in Boston. And when Freddie got here, nobody cared about what he did in Atlanta. It's truly what you do here for Los Angeles sports up and down the board. I've been living here long enough now. I've seen it live and in color. They don't care what you did. And first of all, they don't even want to talk about what you did somewhere else. It's going to be all about what he does here with the Dodgers. So the National League, hello, Phillies, Braves, Pods, Giants. Good luck, guys. Good luck getting past this squad. This looks good, but
how about that?
A lot of money.
I mean, the Yankees make the big news of yesterday trading for Juan Soto, right? Taking him off the Padres books and adding him to that lineup. And I was actually talking with DeMarjorie Morris, our MLB insider, who will be joining the show in about an hour to break down more of this Ohtani news and everything else going around sports. But you want to talk about being usurped. You want to talk about them ripping the headlines. Monday morning, the newspaper will read Shohei Ohtani to the Dodgers, Juan Soto to the Yankees will be bottom of the fold, to use a newspaper reference. Kids, newspapers used to get delivered to your house. Ask your parents about them.
Well, I still love a good newspaper on a Sunday morning while I drink my coffee and tequila and have my Sunday breakfast. So I'm very averse to still having a newspaper. But this, I think, is the ultimate sports here, hold my beer moment. Soto gets traded to the Yankees, and really, it blows up Twitter, it blows up sports, everything. And the Dodgers are like, hey, they pulled a straight Usher. Watch this, and then make this move today. Otani tweets it. I go dig into it and start to follow it. People start texting me, hit me up. I'm like, oh, I see it. There it is.
Do you know what the Cleveland Guardians, the Miami Marlins, the Kansas City Royals, Milwaukee Brewers, Cincinnati Reds, Pittsburgh Pirates, Baltimore Orioles, and Oakland A's all have in common?
Ooh, Mr. Weiss, I want to answer.
Yes, sir.
They all have a lower payroll than what Shohei Ohtani's contract is with the Dodgers?
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy. One guy makes more than how many teams? How many? What is that? Like 8, 9? He just
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go.
8 teams. He makes more than 8 teams. Should that even be allowed in sports, guys? Should one guy make more than 8 other teams in a pro sports
First
league?
of all, absolutely.
Well, you're a capitalist. So I know.
Absolutely.
I feel you. All right.
It's
just
the American
bro.
way.
It's
Pay
the American
premium.
way.
Pay the
It's
premium.
the American way.
You know the salary cap is just, it's a cousin of communism. I'm not a fan. Pay the premium.
I like that. Salary cap is the cousin of communism. I never heard that.